The 4th of July is now under a week away, and of course, one of the biggest traditions is fireworks, celebrating with them. We know most of next week there are tons of events happening across the city that will display the dazzling views across the sky. But if you're a pet owner, perhaps you're feeling worried about how they'll handle the noise, and if you're, depending on what neighborhood you are, you're already hearing fireworks. Joining me this morning to discuss pet safety during these celebrations is Dr. Rachel Campbell with Pet Wellness Clinics. Dr. Campbell, good to see you.
Hi, nice to see you.
Who do we have here?
It's Petey. He's
Petey.
here again. He was here for the Eclipse talk, and my girls just love him being on stage.
Well,
so.
welcome Petey.
Yeah.
Petey to the show this morning. Let's talk about how pet parents can basically get their pets prepared for what's about to happen next week.
I think a lot of it, of course, is knowing your pet, and knowing that things can change over time. So a big trigger to think about is if your pets are afraid of things like thunderstorms, then that's going to be something you need to be thinking about for 4th of July as well. Making sure that you're talking to your veterinarian about that way in advance, because of course we get a lot of phone calls on July 3rd. And so we do the best we can with that. But as veterinarians, because some pets, that there's just so much anxiety and stress over the situations that they're put in, that sometimes they need things that are a little bit stronger than what you can buy at a pet store. So.
What are some of the ways and things to help pets cope with anxiety? Because a lot happens during the 4th, but again, it's like when there's storms, it's kind of similar.
Yeah, and again, they can come out of nowhere. Like you said, so a lot of these fireworks are already starting in so many, and I don't know when they end ever, you know? So those are just things that you have to think ahead of. Again, like making sure that you think about where your pet is during it. So maybe it's not best to take them to the fireworks show. And again, stress can change with age and with time with your pet. Thinking about if they're gonna stay home, maybe leave those lights on, leave some music on, make sure that you have a place for them to escape to. So there's places like
safe place.
Yeah, one of my dogs really likes to go in the closet. So make sure the closet door is open, and making sure that ahead of time, if you can get them a lot of exercise, if you can get them some of that energy out before some of the stress comes, and that's some that can help with ease some of their anxiety when it comes to that. And then just knowing that there's definitely medications that are a little stronger than some of the supplements and some of the things like thunder shirts that Petey's got on here, things to try to help calm them any way that you can in different angles, kind of. But knowing that your veterinarian definitely can talk to you about medications if need be, because they're literally, some of them are just panicking, and it's so sad, and sometimes we can help with that. Yeah.
What are some of the things to look out for?
So again, sometimes you might even notice before 4th of July that your pet's acting off, so it might be a little extra clingy, maybe it's hiding, and sometimes it's because maybe they've heard fireworks and you haven't even heard them yet.
So
those are things to watch for.
Good sense of hearing.
Yeah, and so any change in routine, dogs and cats can get really stressed about that. But during it, it's usually very obvious pets that are having a legit, like a panic attack. They're trembling, they're drooling, they have to sometimes run away and hide and pace, and some of them get really bad stomach aches and things that they may not eat well. And those are things that are, again, your pet every year could be different in every situation, so just knowing that as well.
And finally, after, because they think, okay, it's going to continue to happen again, even though it's over. How do you get them back to reality?
Yeah, doing your best with getting back into routine as best as possible. And again, the hard thing about fireworks is when do they end, but just knowing they love routine, consoling them, and making sure if you've had people over for a fireworks or a 4th of July party, clean up your yard. Make sure there's not any remnants of any types of, firecrackers or anything, skewers, things from cookouts, things like that. All that's going to help to protect your pet after the party's over as well.
Let's hope that everything goes well for all of the pets out there and the pet owners who are keeping them calm during the celebrations. Dr. Rachel Campbell with Pet Wellness Clinics, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
If you'd like to learn more about pet safety and ensuring your furry friends are calm this 4th of July, head to our website, fox59.com, and we will connect you there.